Hi, this video is to show you how to solve a problem from our book, okay, about true population means. Hypothesis test for true population means when we know the population standard deviation. So here I am. Let me show you where I am. I am inference about means and proportions with true population means, and I go over until applications, and then in applications I'm going to scroll down to use this data set to answer this problem. Okay, so this problem is this: suppose that you're responsible for making arrangements for a business convention and you have to choose between two cities. You have Atlanta and Houston. We have the data in this file. Okay, so data, we have Atlanta and Houston, and we know this is very important because considerable historical data on the prices of rooms in both cities are available. The population standard deviation for the prices can be assumed to be 20 in Atlanta and 25 in Houston. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start here, take note about my hypothesis. So I have step number one. Remember my steps. The first step is always starting with the hypothesis. So I have two hypotheses. How can I know which one is the alternative and which one is the null? The question, let's take a look. Based on the sample data, can we conclude that the mean price of a hotel room in Atlanta is lower than one in Houston? So I want to prove that our hotel in Atlanta is lower. I want to prove. If I want to prove, that's the alternative. I cannot assume that rooms in Atlanta are lower. So I have to prove that. So that's my alternative. I'm going to use the mean of Atlanta as the first one and mean in Houston as the second one. So mean in Atlanta is lower than the mean in Houston. So if this is the alternative, the null is the opposite. Okay, this is analogous, it's similar to have a hypothesis like this. The difference for the means is higher or equal to 0, and the alternative is that the difference in the means are smaller than 0. So they're the same thing. I like to use this way because to me it's easier to like formulate based on the question, on the question. Okay, so other thing that I'm gonna do is, okay, step number 2, this is a one tail, two tail test, upper tail, lower tail. That's a one tail test because we have this hypothesis here, okay, that has an inequality. That's a one tail test. I know that this is a lower tail test because this difference here, let me show you. This difference here has to be smaller. Let's wait until it shows up on screen. So this difference here has to be smaller than 0. So if I draw, I know that the 0 is here, so it has to be smaller. That's a lower tail test, so I know that's a lower tail. Step number 3, step number 3 is the alpha. The problem doesn't say the alpha. When the problem doesn't say, I always assume that it's 0.05. Okay. Let me take extra notes here. I know that the variance, okay, the variance for the population standard deviation is 20. So the standard deviation is 20, and the standard deviation, and the standard deviation is 20 in Atlanta, and standard deviation in Houston is 25. I know Excel needs variance, so I know that the variance in Atlanta is 400, and the variance, which is the standard deviation square, is 525. Okay, so these are the information I need. Now I know the hypothesis, I know that's lower tail, I have all this information. All I have to do is I'm going to download the file. So I'll open. So let me get here. Okay, so this is the data, okay? Atlanta and Houston. And remember, we're gonna use the data analysis tool. And then is z-test. Why is z-test? Because I know the population standard deviation is given in the problem, okay? So I'm going to select the range. The range is all this. I always have to select, every time I start a new problem, I have to select the range again, okay? The hypothesized mean difference is always 0, okay? The variance, I took note, is 400. The variance for this Houston is 525. I check labels, alpha is 0.05. I click OK. I have the answer here. These are the means. This is the variance, the amount of observations, hypothesize the difference. So I have a one-tail answer. This is all one tail. And this is two tail, okay? So this is my z-score, okay? Let me highlight that. So if I go back to, let me see where I am, okay? If I go back to here, this would be my step 4. What's the z? The z is given by Excel, it's computed here, negative 1.90. Let's say negative 1.90. Remember I told you that that's a lower tail test. So it's negative 1.90. So it's somewhere here, okay? So the next step is use the critical value or the p-value approach. I'm going to use the p-value approach. So this is the p-value for a one-tail test, okay? The p-value for a one-tail test is 0.02. We could say 0.03 if we round up, okay? So step number 5, using the p-value approach, p-value is equal to 0.03. Step number 6, compare p-value and the alpha level. So let me give a step back. Is the p-value lower than the alpha, of which is 0.05? Yes. Yes. So reject the null hypothesis. So if I reject the null hypothesis, I reject this hypothesis, and I conclude that this hypothesis, what this hypothesis is saying? This is saying that the mean hotel, let's say, prices are lower in Atlanta than in Houston. I hope you can get, okay? So that's our conclusion. So if you're planning for the convention, go to Atlanta because prices are really lower, okay? So that's how you solve this a problem in the for our book using the data.